Hi everybody, it's Bee here at Little Miss Bee Crafts. I hope you're all well today. And today we're going to make this. It is a tower fold card, but because they're not all the same size, like an inch, an inch, an inch, an inch, and there's 3 of them. I think it looks a little bit different than a tower fold, but basically it is a tower fold. But yeah, so I just think it's it's a pretty card. And yeah, this is what we're going to make today. Again, this is the Summer in Provence Paper Boutique paper pad again, and just a topper that was from another paper pad that I just got a lot of toppers from, so it's not with this paper pad, but yeah, that's what I'm using today. So yeah, let's get on and show you how to make this card. Okay, so what you will need is a piece of card that is 5.5 by 8.25. So you will get 2 out of an A4 sheet, 2 base cards out of an A4 sheet, which is always good, isn't it? Okay, so this is just some again, some nice pearlescent, I don't know if you can see that card that I've had in my stash for quite a while, nice pink that will go with that the pinks in that paper pad. Okay, so really simple, easy measurements to remember. Okay, so we're going to score. I can never do this because I'm going to score at 1. My 1 inch on my thing is quite close on the edge, so sometimes it's a bit difficult for me to score. So you're going to score at 1. Out of a shot there, aren't I? I'm going to score at 1, then at 2. This is along the 8.25 inch side. At 2 and at 3. Okay. And then just turn your paper around and do the same. Score at 1. Score at 2 and score at 3. Okay. Now what we're going to do is turn it on the 5.5 inch side, and at 1 inch. Okay, again, I'll try and get my card in so that it is on the 1 inch. Okay, you can do this with a craft knife and a ruler. Okay, but if you haven't got one of these that does, so what I'm going to do is move my blade up to near that top. Okay, so I've got it at my, once I've gone past this 1 inch, it will be a lot better. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that that's, so this here is 1 inch. Okay, I'm going to try and hold it down as much as I can. I'm just lifting the blade until it goes down to this first score line that you did. So you've done your first score line, okay, and you're going to go from that first score line. So this here is 1 inch. Just getting that straight. Okay, and from this first score line you're going to cut. So you could do this with a craft knife, and you're going to go and cut down to this 3rd line here. Okay. Okay. Then, while you've got the paper in, go down to these score lines. So that was the first top 3 score lines. Okay, I'll just move that back again. So you've cut. This was your first 3, 1, 2, 3. So you're cutting there, and then you're going to miss this, and then you're going to cut 1, 2, 3. So you're going to cut these 3 score lines here. Okay, so I just want to get my paper back in at 1 inch. Once I've gone past this 1 inch line, it'll be fine. It's just because my paper trimmer, the 1 inch is really just kind of past there. Okay, so again, just going from there down to that third score line. Okay, then you move it to the 2 inch. So now you've just moved it to 2 inches here. Okay, and you're going to do the same. So bring your blade back up. If you've got one of these trimmers, they're ideal. If you've not, like I said, you can do this with a craft knife. And go again, those 3. Okay, lift it up and then go down those 3. Okay, so this is what you've just done. Okay, so you've cut those 2 at 1 inch and 2 inch, and you've gone down your 3 score lines, and you're going to turn it around and do the same on this side now. So get your 1 inch, get it at 1 inches, hold it. Okay, lift it again. I'm trying to keep it as straight as I can on that 1 inch and go to that score line. Lift it up, put it to your 2 inch. Once you've done this, this is it. You know, there's nothing more complicated anymore. 2 inch. So you've got all these, and if you've not quite cut it, just use your scissors to cut to that score line. Okay, right, so this is now, let me get rid of this. Okay, so this is now, we're going to fold these mountain and valley. Okay, so I hope you can see there, is that better? Can you see the score lines? So this first score line here on the outside, on both sides, are going to be mountain. Okay, so they're both mountain folds. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So the top one, the middle one, and the bottom one are also mountain, 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 and then these 2 in the middle here are going to be valley folds. Once you've done one of them, the middle one, this one will probably want to do. I do all the mountain ones first, and then they can slot. They'll slot back. Okay. So once you've got them, there we go. And then all you need to do is just burnish. Put it down and burnish those 3 lines. Okay. And again on this side, a mountain. I'm trying to see. It doesn't look right, this, but hi, sorry about that, I was right. What I'd done was I'd also folded these in, and you don't need to, it's just these folds here that you're folding in. So don't fold these bits in, because then that will go to the back like that, and you don't want that. So that's what I was doing wrong. So all you're doing is folding these bits here. Okay, so don't fold, try not to fold. They'll stay. They will stay. Once you put your mats and your layers on, they'll stay. So that's basically, so it was, sorry, these are valleys. So these are valleys, this one here, that's a mountain. So you, a mountain and a mountain, 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 and they're all going the other way. Okay, so now it's time to put our mats and layers on. sorry about that, everybody. So for this one, on this one I put the lighter papers on the sides and the darker papers. This time I'm going to put the darker papers on here and here, and then I'm going to put the lighter papers going down the middle. Okay, so they'll be going down the middle like this. Okay, I'll put all the measurements on. Excuse me, sorry about that, I just got a phone call so I had to take it. Yeah, so these are the mats and layers. So these two here are 7/8, because this is just an inch by 5.5, so I've just taken 1/8 off each, just so you've got that small border. Okay, I didn't want too much of a border to go around it. So these are 7/8 by 5 and 3/8. Yeah, 5 and 3/8. Okay, I will put all these measurements either down below or they will be across the screen as I'm saying them. So 7/8 by 5 and 3/8, which is going on those. So you need 2 of those. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that they're the right way up. I think that goes, no, I was right this first time, so just make sure that they're all the right way. These are 4 1/8. Okay, so 4 1/4 across, so I've done 4 1/8 by 7/8, and you need 2 of those. This one is 4 1/8 across, sorry, that way, and then this way, sorry, this way it's 4 1/8, and then down it is 1 3/8, because this is 1.5, which is 1 4/8, so this is 1 3/8 going down. Okay, so I'm going to go off and get all those stuck on now. Okay, so that's all the mats put on. Okay, so as you can see, it's like I said, I've put the white ones in the middle and the blue ones on the edges for this one. I also forgot to say that I did just go around these edges with just a blue ink, because I just wanted them to stand out a little bit. I didn't want to have to mat them, and because I hate doing mats and layers, so this is as much as mats and layers as I do. So all I've done is just put some blue ink around, just around the edges, just to frame those papers. Okay, and then in the middle, these are 2 5/8 by 2 5/8 square, and as you can see, all I've done is just embossed blue card with the Lisa Horton Astromeria embossing folder. It's a 3D embossing folder, and it is beautiful. It really does give a very deep embossing. And as you can see, all I've done on that one is I've just put some white ink over the top of it, just to bring out those flowers. So I'm just putting some white pigment ink. This is just one that I've got in my stash. You could do this with gold, you could do it with a pink maybe, because if it's a pigment ink, the pink would probably show up as well, with it being a dark card. Okay, so we're just going over that with that white pigment ink, and as you can see, it just brings out those flowers a little bit. Okay, and then all I'm going to do, so just because, you know, you've kind of, I did have just a square of blue paper somewhere. You know, if you kept that blue, you don't have to emboss it, but I just think it gives that extra detail to your card. I'll do it that way, I think, because then you might be able to see let me see where you're going to see I think that way. Okay, so I'm just going to stick those on there, and what you want to do is find the middle of this. So this was 4 1/4. In fact, I did it in centimetres because it was 11 centimetres, which is easier to find the half of. So 11 centimetres is 5.5. Okay, so just to make sure that that's in the middle. So you want that diamond there, you want the top of the square there, about just in the middle. So at 5, just move it over a little bit. Okay, so you're putting the points up there. Just make sure that your points are all, there it is, kind of all nice and even. Then all you're going to do, all I did was just put the glue in the two top corners, in the top and the bottom corner. Okay, I'm trying to put the, okay, and then 5.5, just making sure that it's nice and straight. Just stick that down, and this one is just going to go on top. Oops, I didn't really need to do that. Just top and bottom again, getting carried away. And then just do, in fact I'm going to do it up that way because then you can see that flower more, I think. And then just follow, just kind of follow where those two, where that one is. Stick that down, and then for this one I've got a topper off. I've just cut one of the squares out and I'm going to layer it on top of this pink. So you've got the pink again there, okay, and again I just went around the edges of that white with and the pink with that blue. I just got a blue ink pad and just did that all the way, you know, just on the edges all the way around. And then that is going to go like that. I have that pink bit at the top, I think. And then I've got this Best Wishes banner, which is the Lisa Horton, and then I might just put that across there like that. There we go. There we go. So that's how it is looking. Okay, I'm just going to put some glue on the back of this. And what I'm using is these four corners here to make sure that you've got enough on the top and the bottom. So those four corners are kind of lined up, and then just see where that is going to stick. I might put it there. Put it, oh, let's put it right in the middle. So it just needs to, not right on the ends there, just in the middle there, the glue. Just take a bit off there, there's a bit too much glue on there. And then just trying to eyeball it. And there you've got another lovely card. Okay, so there's that one and there is that one. They're both beautiful, they're both equally as nice as each other, aren't they? Those papers are just lovely. Okay, so you've got the same, but just with different, you know, you've put the topper a different way on that one and you've used a different topper for that one. But I think they're both really pretty cards. Obviously that, if you bring that out a little bit, you can see the sides then. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this today. I hope you have a go at it. Thank you for watching today. Take care, have a lovely day. I shall see you soon, and please, if you haven't, then please subscribe to the channel and you'll get lots more, there'll be lots more videos to come. Okay, have a lovely day. Thank you, bye.